I'm about to show you the social skills to master in 2025, based on what I've learned from my experiences. In this video, you'll learn how to listen before speaking better than a wall, when to start thinking so you can create only amazing answers, how to correct disrespectful errors that destroyed your day, and about go-to lines that taught me how to jump into any conversation. Let's go! Number 1. Listen before speaking. You know when you're talking to someone, explaining your situation, and that person interrupts you in the middle of your explanation with an answer, assuming they already know what you're talking about, like a clairvoyant who can see the future. Then they start offering their solution or opinion, which is wrong because they haven't listened to the whole story. You try to explain that it's not like that, but they keep repeating the same thing over and over without listening to you, sometimes even insulting you because you don't understand their solution. That could be me, or it could be you as well. Why? Because maybe you've done this in some situation in your life. If you haven't, that's great. But for those who have, like me, don't worry, I've learned from my mistakes and experiences. Before I show you what I've learned from it, let me first tell you how it made me feel and show you how it improved my social skills. It made me feel calm, connected, and proud, with a deeper sense of understanding. It also improved my listening skills to the point where the other party started to trust me and open up with confidence, significantly improving my social interactions. From that situation, I've learned that I must completely listen to everything the other person says, without interrupting or jumping in with my own ideas. But just standing there like a wall and not engaging wasn't a good idea either, because it made the other person feel like I wasn't interested or wasn't really listening. So what I'm trying to say is that you also need to practice active listening, not only to absorb the information, but to show the other person that you are genuinely engaged and empathetic to their feelings. The main lesson here is to listen all the way through without interruption, to get all of the details so you don't misunderstand and form the wrong impression. Number 2. Thinking after they finish speaking. Good. I've learned how to listen, but then I ran into a problem. I've always thought that I needed to answer quickly so they wouldn't think I was a fool. I've tried to come up with a response right after the first sentence they said, and I would answer as soon as possible, not giving myself the necessary time to think about all of the information. Because I was so focused on quickly coming up with an answer, I missed some of the key information, which resulted in me saying something unhelpful. But one night, I was walking outside with my friend Chris, and I told him about this. He said, they won't think you're a fool. They'll think you've heard them out and that you're taking the time to come up with the best answer possible. They'll appreciate it. Those words were exactly what I needed to understand. I had limited myself by believing that if I didn't answer quickly, I'd be seen as foolish, but I was wrong. Now, instead of trying to come up with the quickest response, I take the time to think after they finish talking and process everything to make sure that they don't feel like I'm ignoring them. I also say something like, wait a moment, I need to process everything. How did this make me feel? It made me feel calm and confident, knowing I was truly listening and giving thoughtful reply. It also improved my self-control. And how did this improve my people skills? It helped me build trust by making others feel heard and valued. Taking my time to think made my answers clearer and improved how they connect with people. Now, those two skills, listen before speaking and think after they finish speaking, are complementary, meaning they complete each other, making them powerful social skills you must master in 2025. Number 3. Correcting disrespectful errors. When I was working at a small company that provided services, my boss and I would often go together to clients' houses to work. Whenever my boss faced difficulties, whether it was because of the client or my lack of skills, he would always get angrier and vent all the stress on me, even taking over my part of the work because I wasn't fast enough. Yeah, that sucked. One day, it went so far that I stopped speaking to him for the whole day, and he did the same. Then, I spent a couple of days thinking about a plan to fix this problem, and I came up with a brilliant solution that wouldn't backfire, even if he had a short temper. The next day, we were alone in the car, and he was in a good mood, so I decided to go with the plan. I started saying, we have an error that we need to fix. I used the word error instead of problem because I didn't want to trigger his defense mechanism. He asked, "What error?" I replied, "I don't feel well when you say those things to me. I mean, you're not helping me by saying those words. I'm really trying to be helpful. And when you do that, that makes me feel down the whole day, and I end up performing worse." He responded, "You know, I get angry because of the client or because you're not fast enough, and I vent all my stress on you." I said, "Yeah, I realize that, and I want you to fix this error." I let him come up with a solution because I didn't want to anger him or make him feel like a fool by telling him what to do. I also said, "And when you do my part of the work, you're taking away my chance to learn and become better. I need to practice and develop my muscle memory. I can't learn by just watching. When you're telling me to move faster, my brain doesn't have enough time to process and learn." He responded, "Aha, I just want to get the work done as quickly as possible so we can take on more clients." I said, "Yeah, but by doing that, you're dragging me down. I need to move at a pace that allows my brain to learn." He didn't realize it, but every time I said something, I was secretly giving him the solutions to fix the issue. He just needed to stop doing the things I mentioned, and like that, our problem was solved. He stopped doing all those things to me and became more patient, which significantly improved my performance. So, the steps for applying the correcting disrespectful errors method are: say error instead of problem. Explain how you feel and how it's dragging you down. Don't directly tell them the solution, and secretly give them guidance on what to do. This social skill helped me fix disrespectful errors without triggering a war, while also commanding more respect. Number 4. Go-to line. Have you ever experienced wanting to talk to a colleague, a stranger, or someone you like, but your mind starts overthinking the best possible approach, and you end up not even trying? That's exactly what I used to do before discovering go-to lines. It's a simple skill that helped me confidently start conversations with ease. This people skill made me less anxious and more confident in engaging with others. Here's the simple formula. Start with a friendly greeting. Examples: "Hi." "Hello." Optional: introduce yourself. Examples: "My name is Steven." Or, "I'm Steven." Optional: make a compliment. Make a simple and clear request or ask a question. So, let's say you want to ask a colleague to join your team project. You start with a greeting like, "Hello," and then move on to the question. What do you want from them? You want them to join your project team. So you could say, "Are you available to team up for the project?" In another situation, if your phone battery dies and you need to make a call, you would start with the greeting, "Hello," then introduce yourself. "My name is Steven." Next, ask the question, what do you want from them? You want to borrow their phone to make a quick call. So you could say, "Would it be all right if I borrowed your phone to make a quick call?" Finally, let's consider an example where you want to ask someone you like for their phone number. You would start with the greeting, "Hello," followed by a compliment, such as, "I just wanted to say, I think you're really cute." Then you ask the question, "Would it be okay if I ask for your number?" In most cases, when someone is available and willing, they'll respond positively. If they're not, they will give a negative response, and you can simply move on and ask someone else. If you liked this video, take a ride with my subscribe button. See you soon.